everyone, and welcome to an all-new episode of Palace Off the Top Rope presents the SM Football Marks. We are back after a brief couple of week hiatus. Abraham Trevino in the house. What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
So, a lot of stuff happening for us in the last couple of weeks. We'll just say COVID-related issues, and also we were getting our asses kicked at work with Spider-Man No Way Home, the second biggest movie opening ever, pandemic or not. So, how are you? Are you recovering from it? Are you still like we're still in it? Kind of like the holidays aren't over yet. So, but we needed to get this show back cooking, running. We're headed towards the playoffs. But how are you doing? Like in your physical state? Are you tired? What's going on?
No,
with you?
I'm good. I'm good now.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good. How's work been?
It's been crazy, but it's kind of getting to its where it's starting to slow down.
Yeah,
I guess with everybody going back to school Monday.
Good. Well, these last couple of weeks of the season have been I don't want to say it hasn't been like uninteresting, but we're kind of winding down. We're starting to see teams that have clinched spots. Like the NFC is almost all set in like the 4 spots, right? So you have like the Packers have clinched. They've clinched their division. They've clinched a playoff spot. The Cowboys have clinched a playoff spot and a division title. The Bucks just claimed their division title this past weekend and a playoff spot. And the only team that's kind of free-falled out of this whole thing on the NFC is the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Now they're in the wild card spot, right? But they're going to be in the playoffs. Like they clinched.
Right.
So unless the Rams fall off and they start benching players, like we know McVay did this in the preseason. So would it shock you if you started benching players?
It wouldn't surprise me.
I mean, because I don't really think they're going to catch Green Bay or even Dallas for that matter. Because right now they're the 3rd seed right now.
Right.
So if we're looking at it, it's Green Bay, Dallas, LA, and Tampa. And I'm still trying to figure out how the Cowboys rank ahead of Tampa. I don't understand that. Is it because of the NFC matchups?
It's the NFC matchups.
But if that's the case, it's because the Bucks played tougher opponents than the Cowboys did.
That's true.
I mean, is that fair to say?
That's true. That's fair.
Okay.
That's a fair
because I was trying to see, the Bucks beat the Cowboys, but for some reason, like every time they were doing the playoff seedings, like the Cowboys were ranked higher than the Bucks. I just didn't understand that, but that has to be the reason why.
Yes.
Couple of COVID-related issues going on right now within the league. Like a lot of teams getting affected. The Colts losing Wentz. This past Monday, right? The Saints and Dolphins game, right? It was a bunch of like backup players, and the Dolphins ended up.
Well, the Dolphins
destroyed it.
Yeah, they destroyed the Saints.
So it's been a weird couple of weeks, and I think the only teams that this is really going to affect, like that are still in contention, are like Baltimore. Lamar Jackson has been out, but his is an injury issue, right?
Yeah, he didn't practice today because he's still kind of. I think they said he was like wobbling or he was kind of limping with that hip. It's his hip.
But their backup has been not too bad. I mean, they almost took out Green Bay a few weeks ago.
Almost. Isn't he the one who had like the interception, right?
Yeah, but also like they tied it and they just decided to go for 2 instead of.
That's right. I was thinking of the Browns game.
The Browns, yeah, the Browns almost.
The Browns almost, but yeah. They were trying to go for 2 instead of tying it.
Anybody surprising you right now as far as like a late surgeons? Like obviously we know the Colts. Jonathan Taylor's just. I mean, right now, if I don't pick a quarterback, he's probably the front runner for MVP.
Oh yeah.
To be honest, I mean Brady. If he didn't have that stinker against the Saints, I think it would have been locked in. But I still think also he's got all the records right now as far as like. He's the leader in passing yards, touchdowns.
But you see that it's kind of like a flashback of the Pats where he didn't have anybody. It's the same thing now. He doesn't He doesn't have Godwin. He doesn't have Evans.
But he has Antonio Brown and Gronk.
He barely got him back.
But he's gonna have him.
Gronk he doesn't have his running back Fournette. He's got
Ronald Jones,
and then
Keyshawn Vaughn.
Le'Veon.
We're not gonna mention how bad of a pickup that is. I love the Bucks. I love my Brady, but man, the Sherman pickup and then now this one, Le'Veon Bell, just don't act desperate, Tampa. Come on, like I get it being all in, but
do you remember when? It was maybe like about a couple of weeks ago where Le'Veon Bell was talking about the boxer guy. I can't remember his name.
Oh, he wanted to fight him, right?
To fight him.
And then he was going to retire too.
Yeah, he was going to retire, and then he he was like, oh, well, he needs to fight me or something like that. And then this freaking Joker got signed by freaking Tampa Bay. I was like, what? Why?
I mean, when you have Tom Brady on your team, who says no?
Well, yeah.
Except Julian Edelman, but whatever.
Well, he's doing Truly commercials now.
Yeah. Apparently, I was reading somewhere that, and this might just be Julian Edelman trolling and trying to work the media, but he said him and Tom Brady have a little bit of a beef right now. But
really?
I don't believe it. Because Julian Edelman's a very good actor.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I didn't take that much stock into it, but that's something to look at. Because I think they asked him, right, has Tom Brady called you since he lost all these receivers?
Right.
And he was like, no, but he said, but also, like, we're not really talking or there's something going on.
But didn't Julian Edelman have, like, a lot of injuries going on?
Yeah, he was super beat up. But so was Gronk. Gronk was really beat up in New England.
It was just his back problems with Gronk.
But it was like his elbow. Remember when he used to wear that huge ass like bionic? It looked like he had a bionic arm, but now he doesn't wear any of that. Like
he's fine now.
Yeah, but he's like healed up, but also he's into the TB12 method now, so that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
What else is going on? I mean, are the Chiefs playing possum? Like what the hell's going on, man? They're like destroying teams now.
Well, what did they start, like 3-4?
Yeah.
And they won 7-8 straight.
Yeah. But also what didn't help was all these other freaking teams losing. Like the Chargers could have had this wrapped up if they wanted to.
But you know what? It's not all like Tyreek Hill, because Clyde Allaire has been injured.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like the defense has kind of stepped up.
But that might be good enough to win you a title.
Possibly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see how it goes with the Chiefs. I really don't see them going far. I mean, I know they're going to make the playoffs, but no.
I can say confidently I'm not anymore, but a couple of weeks ago we revised our Super Bowl picks. Like, what percentage-wise are you still confident that it's going to be that? And for the audience, we both had the Patriots and the Packers in the Super Bowl. And the Patriots have kind of like, I don't want to say they've like nosedived, but they're not in the driver's seat anymore.
It's only the game that they lost to the Bills, Robert.
The Colts too, man. They blew that one.
Yeah, the Colts too. But, jeez.
But like, are you feeling good or like neutral? Or?
I think the Pats are still going to represent the AFC.
You still think it's them? I mean, I hope so. I hope you're right.
I still think it's the Pats because the AFC. I mean, like we saw the fall of the Bills. I mean, the Colts. Yeah, they're strong right now, but I mean, are they going to be consistent through the playoffs?
But I mean, I know the Patriots have a better road record than at home this year.
Yeah, but
can you see them like going on the road like 3-4 straight games, like all the way to the Super Bowl?
I think so. I can see it.
Depends who they play, man.
I mean, I can see them going to Buffalo and taking them out. I can see them going to Tennessee. Tennessee's not really a threat.
Could they go up to Kansas City and Arrowhead and win there? I don't know.
I don't.
Like maybe they.
Robert. I mean, yeah, Mahomes is a good quarterback, but this kid Mac is special. So I don't. I mean, as long as you have Damian, that defense is playing really. That's a really good defense. I don't know. I want to say yes. I could be wrong.
Okay.
Only because I'm like high on their stock.
I mean, I'm still gonna like cheer for them and hope for them, but I'm also like a realist. Unlike our mutual friend who says like, "No, you're not a fan if you go against them or if you're critical in any way." Shut up.
I don't know about the Chiefs. I mean, I know I picked the Chiefs, but I really can't see myself saying Tom Brady. I can't see a Super Bowl without Tom Brady until he retires.
It's just,
but I know
it's odd for me, but the world would rejoice if that.
Well, yeah, but I mean, what's a Super Bowl without Tom Brady? You know,
it's not as big. I just think like if it's Chiefs Packers, is that enough to get like?
I don't want the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. Let's say, what if it's? So yeah, we're saying the Pats and the Packers, and I say that because fucking Aaron Rodgers is just fucking scary. But what if like that the Bucks can overcome that, and what if it's a Bucks and Pats again, or what if it's a Cowboys and Pats? My thing is that I don't know if I can't say that somebody can take Tom Brady out of the playoffs.
I think it's just going to be some wacky Super Bowl. It could be like, what if it's like. Well, I mean, the matchup
like
was
the Rams?
good.
What do you think, Rams?
Well, let's say it's Bucks Bills again. Like the game that they played in Tampa was really good. Even though like the Bucs should have put that one away, but
I don't know if the Bills have been on and off all season.
Like what else would be a wacky Super Bowl? Like
a wacky Super Bowl would be like Rams and
what
Titans,
about like Colts,
Rams and Ravens,
Colts Rams? Ugh.
Ooh, I mean I like the Colts. Don't get me wrong, but
well, who would you? I mean, I guess I would go for the Colts, but
I'd go for Stafford. I'd go with the Rams.
Nah.
Oh, you know what? No, because I don't want OBJ to get a freaking fuck that guy. I don't know. Maybe like a who else is in it? San Fran? Maybe San Fran, but I don't think San Fran because
they could surprise.
Well, no, because Garoppolo's out. He got banged up again. So now
right, but I heard he wasn't going to have surgery or anything like that, so I think he's going to play.
No, he's not playing. It's the other guy.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is that 100%?
It's 100%. What's the other guy? What's the quarterback?
Trey Lance?
Trey Lance, yeah.
Oh, well, shit. Well, damn.
If I want something wacky, then it's going to be the Cowboys and the Pats or Cowboys and Colts.
Cowboys Chiefs. Oh my!
No,
that would be
why do you keep
that would be the
Chiefs?
worst thing to happen to me, man.
No,
because I wouldn't want Mahomes to win it.
Or what if it's Cowboys and Bills? Oh, like back in the 90s. The 90s.
I mean, I would root for the AFC East, so I guess I would go with the Bills. I don't think there's any world where I would go for Cowboys in a Super Bowl. Maybe if they played because I think if they played the Ravens,
Cowboys and Ravens.
I think I would still probably go for the Ravens just because of John Harbaugh. But
yeah, but
I'm trying to think of a world where I would like for the Cowboys.
If you take Lamar Jackson out of the running game and you have to make him pass, I mean he makes mistakes. He's not that accurate.
Not if he gets hurt and they go with that backup. That backup's been okay.
Yeah, he's okay. Yeah, he's not too bad.
I mean, like I said, they almost took out Green Bay. Like that was an exciting finish in that game.
Should have fucking just gone for the point.
Whatever. No, I don't think there's any team where I would be so disgusted where I'm like, okay, I'll go for the Cowboys. Like whatever. I can't see it.
Well, we made our picks. I'm sticking with the Pats.
You know what? What if Joe Burrow pulls something out of his ass and ends up in a Super Bowl? That's another team that's surging at the right time.
You're right. I forgot about
because they blasted the Ravens, right?
Yeah.
And then that Burrow kid had the right mindset, like, hey, this isn't high school football or whatever. Like, we'll run up the score or whatever. Like, stop us if you this is the pros.
I forgot about Cincinnati. Maybe possibility Cowboys Bengals.
Bengals Bucks, Brady versus Burrow.
Yeah,
that'd be a fun Super Bowl.
That'd be a good one. I mean, it's both high scoring. They're both.
If it's not the Patriots out of the AFC, I would really like to see Cincinnati because I really like this Joe Burrow.
What if we get Cardinals and like Colts? I'm not saying the Cardinals are going to get there because what happened? Like James Conner hasn't really been himself. Yeah. Edmonds has been hurt.
Hopkins is out.
Yeah, Hopkins is out. Fitzgerald is retired. AJ Green's been like.
I think they just hit their ceiling, that team.
Yeah, I don't know. And JJ Watt, he's done, right?
He's always done.
Yeah,
he needs to think about retirement, that guy. Like, no offense to him. I mean, he's been great for the league, but
I think he should.
He gets hurt, like, all the time?
Yeah, every time. Well,
what's another Super Bowl that could happen?
Let me see. Who else is in the NFC?
Like, is it even conceivable that any of these wild card teams, like, could Philadelphia out of nowhere make a run?
No. You have to think about like if they take the Cowboys out, who do they face next? Tom Brady?
Yeah, like whoever gets out of the wild card round, like that divisional round is going to be incredible.
Right? Or it'd be like the Rams or something.
Yeah.
Like that. I don't see the Eagles taking out the Rams.
So I have the playoff picture here loading up in just a bit. So yeah, man, I like this aspect of the Bengals possibly making it. Could Miami make a run? What do we get a Dolphins Cowboys Super Bowl?
Oh my gosh.
Brian Flores all the way, baby.
He should get Coach of the Year if they make it to the Super Bowl.
If they get into the playoffs, he should get Coach of the Year.
I'm telling you, I mean, the Dolphins, don't sleep on
the way they turned it around.
Jalen Waddle's been like a superstar, and so is Tua.
So right now, if the playoffs ended today, the three wild card teams in the AFC would be the Colts, Patriots, and Dolphins. In the NFC, it would be the 49ers, the Eagles, and on the bubble would be with the same record: Vikings, Falcons, Saints. They're all at 7-8. One of these teams is. I don't see any of these teams like making any run.
I think Minnesota would make it out of those teams in the bubble, but they're not going to go far. Minnesota has been like.
I mean, we're looking at the teams, the 4 top teams in the NFC. They're all going to go to the next round, right? Like,
yeah,
for sure.
Well, definitely. If the Cowboys play the Eagles, yeah, Cowboys will advance.
You don't think that would be a hard game, like a hard hitting game, like?
It might, but I think the Cowboys are still, because the Eagles are still kind of,
Let's see. So the Cowboys would play the Eagles. The Rams would play the 49ers. That's interesting.
Well, the Rams would take out if Garoppolo is healthy, then maybe. Because remember, the 49ers had destroyed the Rams in the regular but that was regular season. So.
And the Cardinals would have to travel to Tampa. And I just don't think you're not going to beat Brady.
There's no way. Yeah, there's no nah.
Even with it as decimated as they are.
You know what? Speaking of the Cardinals, so remember when Kyler Murray, he's been out with the injury?
Yeah.
Do you think he hasn't been the same since? Because remember,
because they were still playing hard. No,
but I'm talking about as far as his quarterback play. Like, remember, he's been balling out and running and connecting with his receivers. Like, do you feel like ever since he came back from that surgery?
Well, no, because he also lost people too. So you got to factor that in. I mean, when you have Hopkins out there, that gives you more confidence to play. But you
traded for Ertz, the tight end.
Well, he delivers. Like, that guy. I mean, for the most part, is always reliable.
I've watched the past couple of games of the Cardinals, and I looked at Kyler Murray, and it's just like he's taking too long or to make a decision, or I don't know. That's just me. But I mean, they're on a downside right now.
But we got 2 weeks to go. On the AFC, on the bubble, you got the Chargers at 8-7, the Raiders at 8-7, the Ravens at 8-7.
Well, the Chargers, forgot about them. Herbert,
they lost to the fucking Texans, right?
Yeah, they did.
Jesus,
yeah, they got blown out.
Come on,
Davis Mills, that guy fucking outdid Herbert. They fucking laid an egg.
That makes me mad, dude.
I don't want the Raiders. I don't really get excited when
they're Fugazis. I've never believed in them.
When I see them play, I'm just like, fucking what's his name? Derek Carr?
Yeah.
He's such a piece of shit quarterback. They really have no receivers either.
Only other thing we need to touch on before we get to our power ranking teams of post week 16. The passing of John Madden, man.
Oh, yes.
It was a tough one. This happened What's today? Today we're filming on a Thursday. This happened
yesterday.
Was it yesterday or the day before?
Day before.
And it's crazy because they just did this whole All Madden special where they had all the greats talking about him, and I haven't seen the special yet, but it's on Peacock, so I'll get to it. But how crazy how they did this big retrospective, and then he just dies a few days later.
And they don't know what the cause of death is, right? Or maybe
no, I mean he was 85 or
84.
Somewhere around
84, there. Yeah. But geez, man, I remember growing up, I would hear him and Pat Summerall. Yeah. And
I mean, we're not old enough to remember him as a coach, or
I don't. Yeah.
Or he was a player, right? Also, or no?
Yes, but that was
yeah, but he's more famous for
being a coach,
and
commentating, and then of course his games,
the video games.
Yeah. But geez, man,
It's a big blow to the whole football world, and I mean everybody. I mean even the young kids all know who he is because of the video game.
The video games, yeah.
So he's got a connection with all sorts of generations. So can't forget the Little Giants movie. He was part of that. That movie now is a little bit more famous and a little bit more up in value because of that. Even though he's only in the tail end of that movie, but his commentary with Pat Summerall. Yeah. Just to show you how long he's been away from the game and how long Tom Brady's been playing. He commentated in his first Super Bowl win. Right. You even remember, in that Super Bowl drive that Brady does, John Madden was like, no, they shouldn't. They should play for overtime. The classic, and the Pats just went against the grain and went for it. And, John Madden was all in awe of what Tom Brady did. So that connection there is awesome. And yeah, man, it's a big blow. It sucks, but he leaves behind a great legacy. It's not like he had a short life or anything. He had a great life.
I remember on like Thanksgiving days, he would have his bus.
Yeah.
And then I think you would go in there and get like they would make like this special like turkey or something like that with the turkey leg and that was I remember actually that was when Megatron was big for Detroit because Detroit played on Thanksgiving. It was always Detroit and Green Bay, and it was Cowboys and Redskins usually and I remember he would invite them on the bus or something like that, right? And he would give them like the turkey leg or what do they call it? Turducken. Yeah. It was a turducken or something like that. Yeah. So memories.
I remember the last Super Bowl he did with Al Michaels. I think it was the Steelers and Cardinals. That was a good game. And the commentary there, that team was also underrated. Obviously, everyone's going to remember him and Pat Summerall as the team. Where would you rank them as a tandem? Like who's your favorite really announcers to watch these days?
Now it's
is it Romo and Nance?
I like Romo and Nance, but
I still like Al Michaels a lot.
I like Al Michaels. I don't like Chris Collinsworth. I don't know. It's something. I don't know.
Imagine if Romo and Al Michaels were together.
Oh my gosh, I would. And you know what? Look, also even Troy Aikman. I like
Troy Aikman. I like Troy Aikman. Can kind of be a little naggy sometimes.
Joe Buck. I'm not. I mean, Joe Buck is okay, but Al Michaels.
I think Al Michaels and Tony Romo would have so much fun because Al Michaels also is in on the joke and he'll laugh at stuff that's ridiculous.
Right.
I remember. Do you remember the fake punt that Indianapolis did against the Patriots, where it was two guys on the line and everybody else was on the left side of the field? It's like, what the fuck is going on? And Al Michaels, you can hear him laughing during the play calling. I know this is about John Madden, but we're just talking about different tandems of announcing teams. But Al Michaels, John Madden, that was a good team, and then of course John Madden and Pat Summerall. Just you can't think of Tom Brady's first Super Bowl. You can't see it and not hear their voices. So it's a classic. I think all the teams this Sunday haven't they're not being ordered to, but they've been asked to give a moment of silence for him.
And then I think they named the Pro Bowl All Madden, right?
Oh, for real?
Yeah, I think
that's cool.
I think it's
that's pretty neat.
So instead of it being the NFC something like that, it's just All Madden.
Oh, I got voted All Madden. That's cool. That's cool. Just instead of saying Pro Bowl, because I mean Pro Bowl is still I guess a big deal, but in terms of the actual game, I don't know. If you have the teams playing for a Madden trophy, that's cool. It'd make the game a little bit more fun to watch,
right?
Or maybe make the players play a little harder. But I don't know. It's a big loss, but he'll be honored.
Oh yeah.
Once the Super Bowl happens, also they're going to do something probably big for him too. So
of course,
there's going to be some fun stuff ahead to look back on his legacy. Let's get to our power rankings, man. We're both out of fantasy, so we can skip this part.
I don't want to talk about
folks.
Fantasy.
We did shit. Me and Abe are competing for the number one pick. That's how bad it is for us.
Next year. I don't even think I updated my team. I don't give a shit anymore.
So I caught up on mostly everything football. Yesterday, it's just again winding down from work. Things are starting to slow down, and I've been doing some other projects too. So caught up on all my football yesterday of everything that happened this past weekend. And even then, I'm still going to bounce off Abe a little bit just to give me a little bit more clear perspective. But
so you want to go?
I can go first with my number 5 if you want.
I'll go.
You want to go?
Yeah, okay. I'll go. My number 5, I got the Colts.
Okay.
They've been playing great football. Jonathan Taylor's just playing lights out, and it's been because of him, not
all
Wentz.
Him.
It's
nothing
just
with
him.
Wentz.
It has nothing to do with Wentz, even though Philadelphia will have 3 first-round picks in this year's draft.
I saw highlights of their game against the Bucks.
Yeah.
But it was really the Patriots game where I finally got to see the Colts in action. I'm like, let's see what Wentz is going on. He did nothing in that game.
Yeah, he didn't do
literally
anything.
nothing.
Yeah, he had 8 points in fantasy, and I was like, I'm glad I dropped him. But you remember, it's so weird because remember in the beginning of the season, we were like, fuck, Wentz, what was it, both his ankles?
Yeah.
And then they were saying he might be out till week 6. Mm-hmm. And then, no, he ends up playing. Like, what the hell? Like, did they steroid the shit out of him? But anyway, like, he starts playing. They're playing, decent football, but not until the second half is where they got strong.
Yeah.
And it's, like we said, it was mostly because of Jonathan Taylor. Because, I mean, you had Pittman and you had...
their defense is solid.
Yeah, the defense. Darius Leonard is a beast.
Yeah.
But also the other receiver, what's his name? T.Y. Hilton. He's been in and out. I think he's done. But anyway, it hasn't been Wentz. It's just been smart passes from him. But it's been more of like hand the ball to Taylor. He'll take care of the rest.
But like I think about like this team going far. Like you think about the Pats game. I don't know if you watched it or saw any highlights, but they're doing great right against the Pats. But then all of a sudden they let Wentz throw it around a little bit, and then they throws a pick or whatever, and it's like, ooh, like you had a recipe. What are you doing?
Yeah.
So that's why, because of that, I don't see them going like super far, even though they have a great run game and defense, and that's almost enough to win a championship. But you got to have smart quarterback play.
Well, remember when what was it 2 years ago where Derrick Henry busted out?
Yeah,
that year they had a badass year because of him, and then Tannehill kind of complimented from that because like they were all focused in on Derrick Henry. To where Tannehill was able to like pick and defense here and there with throwing, and then that got them into the playoffs, and that took out the
They took out the Pats.
They took out the Pats.
They took out the Bills.
They took out the Bills, and then when they got to
Kansas City, they couldn't do anything.
Well, Kansas City stopped the run.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, so if we take Henry,
we're going to dare you to throw it.
Yeah, so let's take out the X. You got the O to worry about, and of course the O is Tannehill. And
so I think next time around, I think next time around in the playoffs, a Chiefs defense could take him away. The Pats would have a better game plan.
And that's what I was leading up to. Like, if you think about that 2 years ago and fast forward now with Taylor, like him, like running like that, like it's gonna take a team where you take him out and you have to rely on wins. Nah.
And that was another reason why the Bucs were able to beat them, because he wasn't able to.
Yeah.
And they're like, hey, we're going to put it in Wentz's hands. He may score some touchdowns, but he's going to throw some picks also.
Right.
But that's a good pick at number 5. They're still like, they're surging. That's a team that probably don't want to mess with on wild card weekend. So
right.
My number 5 is the Cincinnati Bengals. I could have a higher ranked NFC team on here, but right now the Bengals are impressing me. And I love Joe Burrow's like mindset right now, and they destroyed the Ravens this past week. And again, this is a week to week list, folks. So, calm down with like, oh, there's better ranked teams or with better records, but it's not always about that. It's about like how teams are playing during that week. And the Bengals right now are one of those teams that are hot, and they're in the playoffs right now. If it started today, and I think are they in first of the division? For the AFC North? I think they are. Let me look at that real quick. Give me a second here.
They might.
The AFC North, they are in first place right now. Every other team has got 7 losses. The Ravens and the Steelers and the Browns have 8. So right now the Bengals control their own destiny as far as like winning that division. Who would have thought, right? Because I think preseason we would have had Cleveland 1, Baltimore 2, Pittsburgh just based on history, and then Cincinnati. Right. But man, how the tables have turned, and it's like completely different. And now I'm all in on Cincinnati. If it's not I'm going to say it, if it's not New England, I want Cincinnati to make a run to the big dance.
We'll see.
That'd be awesome.
We'll see.
Who's your number 4?
Number 4 is the Chiefs.
Okay.
They've been on a winning streak. The defense is playing a hell of a lot better. What's shocking is that the offense, it's not... Well, they've been without Kelsey because of him being in the COVID protocol stuff. Right. Tyreek Hill's been kind of MIA, and then, so it's pretty much like your defense, and then a little bit of Mahomes going to Pringle and all that, like receivers. I'm going to go with the Chiefs right now at 4.
Okay. I got the Tampa Bay Bucks at number 4.
Damn, you have them at 4?
Yeah. Just because based on... I'm kind of looking ahead. I know this is a week to week, but I'm kind of like, man, I'm thinking like this is Tom Brady in New England in 16 it was. And that was the year they lost like Gronk, they lost Edelman, and the offensive line was torn to shreds, and they didn't really have the best run game then, and it was really like all in Brady's hands. And I was looking at that game against the Saints when everybody was going out, and you could just tell Brady didn't trust a lot of these players. And I know he didn't have Brown then, and he only had Gronk, but Gronk didn't play well in that game either. But I don't know. I just feel like these players, I think, are not going to be able to step up to the level that Brady needs them to. But then again, if it's a do or die situation, am I going to bet against Tom Brady in the playoffs? Absolutely not. Like, would I bet a paycheck? No. Hell no. You know what I mean? Like, I still am 100% behind Brady, but I'm also realistic about where they are right now. And sometimes it's not just meant to be. The best thing about the Bucs team last year was that they all got healthy at the same time.
Right.
And they were able to make that run all the way to the Super Bowl. So,
right.
Sometimes it just feels like the stars aren't going to align. But I hope I'm proven wrong by the football gods, and Tom Brady pulls out another one, and I get to enjoy another Super Bowl if it's not the Pats.
Let's see.
But yeah, that's my number 4.
Right.
And you had the Chiefs, right?
Yeah, Chiefs.
Okay.
My number 3 are the Packers.
Packers, okay.
Continuing to play strong. I know they've been having some issues with the receivers. Like, some of them are in or out. Randall Cobb is finally coming back from surgery after about a month. So it gives another weapon to Rodgers. And they haven't lost, right? No?
They haven't lost, but they're also getting into these close games where, like, they could lose, but they pull it out, but the good teams do that.
Rodgers still scares the shit out of me.
Oh, yeah. Like, even if there was, 25 seconds, I would be scared.
Well, yeah. Well, you saw it with 32 seconds.
Yeah.
Fucking 49ers were over there fucking...
There's only 2 guys in the world I trust, but who's a little bit more lethal right now? Probably Rodgers, like, if we're being honest. Like, do you trust Brady with 25 seconds today?
Yes.
With the weapons that he has right now?
Yes.
25 seconds.
Yes. Why are you... How are you...
I'm just being realistic.
I'm realistic,
and
too, but this is Brady, though.
Right, but it's not Brady that is the problem. Yeah, it's the receivers.
Robert, but this is what I told you off air. This is Tom Brady back when he was with the Pats with no one, and he still did that shit. And you're really... Robert, he's got AB. He's got the 2 tight ends.
Okay.
He's got the running back. Ronald Jones isn't bad. He was in the doghouse because he fumbles a lot.
Yeah.
He's Scotty Miller's coming back. He's back from injury. Like, no, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Calm down, man. Calm down, Abe. I'm just trying to keep a level head here when it comes to
Tom, I can't believe you fucking said
I'm the best. I'm the most unbiased person you'll come across.
Robert, what did you post on Facebook? You fucking posted you holding fucking Tom Brady's bag, right, on your fucking photo.
That was me. That's actually me, folks.
But you fucking said just now that you would not want Tom Brady with 25
I did not say that. I said who's more lethal.
You said Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady's above. Tom Brady and then Aaron Rodgers. Because they both can do it with 25 seconds.
No, they both can do it. I'm not saying that Brady can't do it, but I'm just saying right now who's got the edge.
They both of them.
Both. Okay. All right, we'll leave it at that. My number 3 is the Dallas Cowboys, and this is probably the highest I've ever had them on my power ranking list. They're going a little bit underneath the radar. Not on my Facebook timeline because I see it all the fucking time. But anywhere else, like, they're not really being talked about as much in the media. They're stacking up these wins. They're the number 2 seed. That's actually a pretty big deal. It wouldn't shock me for some reason if the Packers blow this, and for some reason the Cowboys end up with the number 1 seed. But absolutely nobody would be scared to go to Jerry World. Oh. You think Tommy Boy would be scared to go over there? You think Aaron Rodgers would be scared? You think Matthew Stafford would be scared to go to Jerry World? I don't know. But they're winning games, okay, despite the opponents, But, again, the bar for me for the Cowboys has always been, if you guys make it to an NFC title game, then you can talk your shit. Until you get there, at least there, I'll never take you guys seriously. But, you guys do this to yourself every year. I just try to keep it real. Try to keep it 100, as a kid say these days. But come on, give me props, everybody. I got them number 3. What do you think? What do you think of that, Abe?
That's good.
Did you even think I had them on my top?
I didn't even think they were going to be in your top 5.
They are number 3. So be proud of me.
Number 2.
Yes, sir.
All right. Before I unveil my number 2, I just want to apologize for saying that the Washington football team
We were both wrong on this.
was going to, and it looked so promising in the beginning. And
well, we can't knock ourselves for the way things were at that time.
yeah.
Like, to a Fugazi, like Jake Ramirez, like, he looks like a prophet, right? Because he's like, oh, they're trash. But he was saying this in, like, week 3.
Right.
Like I said, I was listening to our most downloaded episode, like, ever in the history of my podcast. And, you know, Jake was like, oh, Washington's trash. And we were, like, wailing in on him, like, what are you talking about? Like, they're...
Right.
But at the time, they were playing good.
Yeah, they were.
So, I mean, really, in hindsight, you can't really knock us. Cause,
yeah, and you're
but we
right.
can admit when we're wrong.
And you're right, because they lost a lot of players on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a ton of players, even on offense as well.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But that being said, with my number 2, I've got the Cowboys.
Okay.
The defense is what's carrying them. I'm gonna tell you people, fucking Dak is an idiot. He's an overpaid quarterback. I don't trust him. I don't believe in him. I don't want him as the quarterback.
But what do you see him like? Who's a fair comparison to him? Like, if you were gonna like anybody,
What do you mean? Like, just anybody in general?
like
or?
who would you like? In what tier is he to you? Like, who's the elite of the elite right now to you?
Well, I mean, it's Tom Brady, of course.
But like, is there anybody else on like an Aaron Rodgers? Is that in that
Tom
tier?
Brady, Aaron Rodgers,
Mahomes.
I think Mac Jones is probably. I have Mac Jones ahead of Dak Prescott, because I'm telling you, I've seen these games. I've seen Mac Jones play, and then I look at Dak, and Mac Jones, he's like a rookie, but he makes smart decisions.
Yeah.
Dak is just like, you have fucking 3 receivers, Robert.
Right.
And I've told you this many times, week to week. If you put like Tom Brady, if you put like an Aaron Rodgers, if you put a Russell Wilson, if you put Mac Jones in that behind the center for the Cowboys, you like all 3 of those receivers would be over 1,000 yards, right?
Possibly, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know about Mac Jones, but for sure Brady and
Well,
Rodgers.
yeah, but this isn't the case here. Like, Dak is like, oh, I can't get the ball to Coop, but I can get it to only what the fuck is his name? CeeDee Lamb. And then you got what's the other guy? Gallup.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, dude, you have all 3. He's not utilizing. And everybody keeps saying like they're all 3 healthy. Is Dak gonna, use that as an advantage? And he does not. And he's like at the way bottom. He's overpaid.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, and this is why I'm like talking about the playoffs as far as like bar for them, because I'm talking about if they fall behind to Tom Brady we saw it already, that was close, but like if they fall behind to Aaron Rodgers in a playoff game, like
right,
can Dak bring them back?
No.
Okay.
Because if it's anybody else like Stafford, Kyler Murray, I've seen him try to do a comeback and it hasn't been working. Mm-hmm. But yeah, if you got Stafford, Tom Brady, even Garoppolo, those guys can probably do something, make some noise. Even Lamar Jackson, but but Dak Prescott, no, because he kind of like doesn't make smart decisions. Like he just I think he forces the ball. I don't know if you saw the one, I think it was against Washington. They were up like 27-0. Mm-hmm. And that was over in Washington. And I don't know if you saw it, but it was this one play where Dak just threw the ball. There was no Cowboys around there. It was a fucking Washington defender. Mm-hmm. And he does a pick 6. That's what I'm talking about. Dak Prescott doing stupid decisions, making stupid decisions like that.
Does any of this have to do with, remember when he was injured back during the Pats game? You think that has anything to do with it or no?
No.
Because he was playing pretty good early on. Like, you have to give him that, no?
No. And I told you, look, the defense is playing amazing, but that's only going to get you so far. You're going to have some offense.
So right now, even though they're ranked number 2 in the standings of the playoffs right now, so out of the 4 top teams in the NFC, Packers, Cowboys, Rams, Bucks, Dak is ranked the number 4 quarterback for you?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, Don't you agree, right? Because, you wouldn't put him
definitely not above Brady or Rodgers and Stafford.
You see, and this is what I was talking about, like when we talked back months back about with the MVP race. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck is Dak rated above Tom Brady? And you see, this is what I'm talking about. Like commentators and these analysts, and they fucking come up with this shit like, oh, Tom Brady, like, dude, he's a fucking GOAT. Like, where is it? And Tom Brady has more passing yards than Dak right now.
Right.
You know, what has Dak done?
I mean, I can't disagree with you there, but Cowboys Nation's not going to like you right now.
I have them as number 2 in my power rankings. They can get over it.
There you go.
Fucking Jake.
All right. My number 2 is the Kansas City Chiefs. Cannot deny what they've been doing. Some fugazi on my Facebook tried to call me out on it. You said they were going to be trash, and I was like, motherfucker, I've said on my podcast weeks ago how we were wrong about this. And he's like, well, I don't listen. I said, well, that's your fucking fault. Like, if you don't listen to my show, that's your problem. Like,
you're missing out.
I don't do all of my stuff on Facebook. I save most of my football talk, like actual analysis for this show.
Yes.
And that's even when it comes to the Cowboys. On Facebook, it may look like that, you know, I don't give them any credit, but here I try to be as fair and positive and just actual fair analysis on them. And like I said, I have them number 3 on my power rankings, so, you know, whatever. You want to call me out, but motherfucker, listen to the show and then say something to me. Yeah, no, the Chiefs, man, shit, man. They're going to fuck around and end up in another Super Bowl, and I don't know. I
talking
feel
like
it.
that.
I'm not trying to manifest it, but damn. I'm just saying, if it happens, I'm going to be like, I'm not shocked. It's like, damn it. Would I be pissed? Of course.
So would you say, like during the playoffs, like after the first round, the wild card, would you say you want to like change up, maybe change up the Super Bowl? Like
no, it's locked in.
Okay,
it's locked in.
All right.
Yeah. All right, here we go, folks. Our number 1 teams of the week.
Well, ours is obviously different, so I'll go. Mine is the Bucks.
Okay.
I
I really want to hear this because, like, I've not lost faith in them, but it's just
how have you lost faith?
Because injuries are a big deal, Abe. I've dealt with this in the past. Like, I know,
Robert.
like,
I just freaking told you that this is
the ultimate team game.
But I told you that.
Well, go ahead, sell me.
Okay, so the last game they played the Panthers, right? 32-6. What did Brady was? He threw for 232 yards, a touchdown. Vaughn fucking ran for 70. Antonio Brown was 10 receptions for 101 yards. Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out why, you know. And then the last game, I mean, yeah, they fucking lost to the Saints 9-0. Who gives a shit?
Yeah, no, I know.
But they literally, the week before that, beat the Bills. You can't tell me the Bills are a good team. Yeah. And they found a way to beat them. I mean, yeah, it was in overtime, but they still beat them. They beat the Falcons.
But they had everybody though.
They beat the Colts. Who cares?
What do you mean who cares?
This is Tom
Brady.
So,
but if you're telling me if the Bills and Bucks played this week, like
I'm taking the Bucks.
Without Fournette, without Evans, without Godwin.
Robert, when he was with the Pats, all he had was a banged up Edelman. Because at that time the running backs were out. They didn't
but
have
also look
the
at the teams they were playing though in the AFC also.
Who were they playing? The Bills?
But the Bills weren't the Bills of what they are now. I'm talking in terms of like the NFC teams.
Yes.
You want to admit the NFC is way better than the AFC.
Yes.
You'll admit that, right?
Yes, but what I'm saying is that this is Tom Brady, though.
I know it's Tom Brady.
There's just no way. Like, you have Antonio Brown back, so you got your one receiver back. Mm-hmm. You still have Scotty Miller. You still have Gronk, and I know they're doing double coverage on Gronk. Uh-huh. So then you have Cameron Brate. You still have O.J. Howard.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have people, and he's going to utilize them. Mm-hmm. I haven't lost faith.
Okay.
Just because they went just because he got a... Why the fuck is everybody making a big deal about him being shut out anyway? Like, who gives a fuck? It was 9-0.
Oh, I don't care about that.
No, I know you don't care about that, but that's what I'm talking about. Like, if it was like 40-0, I'd be like, fuck, Tom Brady got fucked. But it's 9-0. Yeah. Like, teams are allowed to fucking lay an egg. Look at we lost to we did 2 eggs.
Yeah.
The Broncos and the fucking Raiders. But anyway, Robert, I'm convinced that and the Bucks are going to be my number one until they lose. They're just going to be my. You mean to tell me they're going to lose to the Jets? You mean to tell me they're going to lose to the Panthers?
I'm not even thinking about the regular season anymore for the Bucks.
I know, but in the playoffs, you're going to get somebody back. You're going to get Evans. Evans is not out for the year.
Yeah.
They even said Godwin might be ready for the playoffs.
Really?
So,
I thought he was done.
I saw something on there where it said that he could.
Maybe I'm like misinformed on that.
No, so you'll get Evans back. So now you have Evans and you have what's the dude? Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
You got Gronk. You have Ronald Jones. I don't even know what the status is on Fournette. They never said he was out for the year, so he's probably ready for the playoffs. So I'm not even worried about this.
Okay, if they get all those pieces back, like
They're in the Super Bowl.
I feel better about it. I won't guarantee.
I'm going to
it.
say that I'll guarantee it. I
Okay.
mean, I know they said the Packers, but Tom Brady can beat Aaron Rodgers. You know this, and even though it was neck and neck, Tom Brady still outdid Aaron Rodgers. So I mean, and I know I picked the Packers, and I'll stick with that. But if you get all these guys back, even if it's the first week, and then you have Evans and you have Antonio Brown, I still feel good. And then the second week, oh shit, there's freaking Fournette.
Yeah.
Your chances are looking better and better as you go into the conference.
Okay.
So,
all right, you made a good case there for them. But my number one is the Green Bay Packers. They've been a little vulnerable these last couple of weeks. The Browns almost had them. The Ravens almost had them. But I don't know what it is, man. Aaron Rodgers just doesn't matter what the fuck is going on. Maybe he's just bored, and I think somebody mentioned like maybe he created this off-season distraction just to keep himself entertained. But he misses practice, doesn't do anything, and then in the games he's just whatever. He gets it done.
I think I saw something on, I don't remember, ESPN or something like that, where they're talking about he's not going to talk about his future, like right now.
Right.
But I know we had talked like different scenarios.
Yeah.
But I mean, do you still believe like now?
I think it depends what happens. So if Tom Brady, if they meet up again, let's say it's Bucks Packers NFC title game again, in Lambeau, and Brady gets it done.
You think he goes to the AFC?
Probably, yeah.
Pittsburgh, right?
Because what is there to still like hang on to there in Green Bay? Like this is your best chance, and you still couldn't do it.
So you think he goes to the AFC side to try to take
that, or he could retire?
You think so?
It's possible. It is hard to get to a Super Bowl.
Because didn't we talk about him going to possibly Pittsburgh?
There's that too, but it all depends on how motivated he is too. Because
but look at what he's done this year.
Right, but does he have the same like Brady's obsessed like the way he is about continuing to play? Like maybe Rodgers is like, maybe if I don't get it done this year, no big deal, whatever, I'll retire and go do something else.
I don't think he'll retire.
I mean, I don't think so either, but I'm just saying it's more of a possibility.
So what if we get like Aaron Rodgers goes to Pittsburgh and then Russell Wilson heads over to Green Bay,
Oh, I can't see Russell Wilson in
No?
Green Bay.
You don't think so?
I don't see it.
Because you fucking see him in Denver for some reason.
I don't know. It fits. I could see it.
I see Deshaun Watson going maybe to like Denver. Once they finally do all his...
Doesn't he want to go to Miami?
He does, but I don't think Miami wants to give up all that shit. Denver probably would. Because Bridgewater's been ass.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I
don't know. We'll see. But Aaron Rodgers, I don't think he's done.
But yeah, my Packers... My Packers. The Packers are number one for me. Again, this is a week-to-week list. These next 2 weekends, I mean, how invested are you? Like, are you already in playoff mode? I'm kind of already in playoff mode.
I'm in playoff mode because
I'm ready for wild card weekend.
Usually, if it's not this week, it's probably going to be next week where they start benching their star players.
Because I know there's some teams that are still close. Like if you look at the NFC, like the top 4 teams, they all have the same record, right? Yeah. Except for Green Bay.
Yeah,
they're up by a game. But I think if Green Bay wins again, everybody will get benched like the next week, right? Because everyone's pretty going to be set in their spots.
They want to save. Yeah, their talent. Yeah.
Although I think Tampa Bay is going to be stupid and play everybody still. Like if I were them, I'd rest Gronk. I'd save him. You need him. Brady needs him.
Yeah.
He's not the same when Gronk doesn't play.
Not in there. Yeah.
But Brown has to play to get more, just playing time.
Do you think they rest Brady, or maybe not sit him, but maybe have him play like a half?
It depends. If Tom Brady really wants MVP, which I don't think he gives a shit about that, but. If he's not going to win the Super Bowl, he should at least get something out of this season.
Yeah, that's true.
But I don't think he cares. But if he ends up playing, then it's because he wants to secure MVP.
Right.
Who's your lead right now for MVP? Like, who's your top in the running?
Mine's
is it still Brady?
Yeah, it's Brady.
Okay.
Yeah, Brady. It's Brady.
Taylor.
No, Rodgers, and then Taylor.
Okay. Why Rodgers?
He just for how he's been playing this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, remember we talked about like when they laid the egg the first.
Yeah.
Against the
But I also
Saints?
got to see his numbers, like his stats wise, because
but Robert, remember when
I know it's not about stats all
no,
the
I know
time,
it's not
but
about a stat, but he didn't have any receivers. He had no one. Remember the game
Yeah.
they won? I think they played somebody good too.
Yeah.
I can't remember who it was.
Arizona, no?
Yeah, it was Arizona. Yes, and it's just Rodgers. I mean,
But they also have a run game at that time. It was also Aaron Jones. Like, it wasn't all
No,
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers. Aaron Jones was
he
part of
got
that
banged
big,
up in that though.
but he was part of that win in Arizona.
Yes, and Dylan too.
Like it was a lot of it was also the run game. It wasn't Aaron throwing it around. I'm just saying, like,
He still made plays though.
right, true, but it wasn't like Tom Brady in Super Bowl 51, like throwing to. I'm not saying Edelman and Amendola or like nothing,
Oh, yeah.
but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, oh shit, like he's doing it with guys that are like small and on any other team they'd be like nobodies.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that's true. That's true.
I just see it differently as far as like for MVP. So my top three would be Brady, Taylor, and then probably Rodgers.
Yeah, Rodgers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, I mean, I think Lamar Jackson's already kind of
Oh
faded
no,
away.
he's
'Cause,
faded
I mean,
away. Kyler faded away.
Yeah, they both were talk. That's who said that they shouldn't that Aaron Rodgers shouldn't get MVP. Kyler Murray. He was on live on Get Up or something like that.
Kyler Murray was on
Yeah,
there?
Kyler, and he said Aaron Rodgers should not get MVP because of the off-season
Off the
drop.
field, No.
Yeah.
Wow, Kyler Murray actually said that?
That's right. Yes, that's
Wow.
who. Because I was like, it was somebody like in the football, and it was Kyler Murray.
Interesting.
But that's the same guy that says he hates the Cowboys, so fuck him. Yeah. Anyway, I'll be there for that game on Sunday. Speaking of that,
Sunday, that's true. You'll be in Jerry World.
Yep, and then we'll hopefully in 2022. This time you show up, Robert, with no Jake Ramirez.
What are we talking about here?
The Bucks and the Cowboys.
Oh yeah, folks. So the Bucks released their 2022 opponents.
What game is that? What is that? What date? Did you see what date it is?
No, there's no date yet. We won't know until next May when they release the schedule. We just know the opponents. So the Buccaneers are going to be coming to Jerry World next season in what could potentially be Tom Brady's final season because it's his last year with the Bucks.
Yes.
I don't know what's going to happen. I think Brady's really winding down. I think.
And this will be last year?
I think so.
His farewell?
Yeah. Unless he wins the Super Bowl, go out on top. But then his whole thing was, I want to play till I'm 45. I want to play till I'm 45. So it's a personal thing.
Right.
But if I were him, like if I went, I mean, you could say that about the last like 3 Super Bowls he's won.
Right.
He could retire on top. But if he were to win this one, I think
You think so?
I would go out on top. Like just
Run
do it.
back.
Huh?
Run it back.
Run it back. They're not going to be able to re-sign everybody again.
Well, didn't they sign? I mean, their defense is pretty much signed already up for a couple of years.
Some of them, but then like Godwin's going to be gone. Somebody's going to pay money for him. Like I could see him going to the Patriots. That would be fucking awesome. He's going to get paid because he's on the franchise tag.
But you can still get players on the cheap in the offseason.
True.
I mean, and it is Brady. I mean,
Well, who's left that he would want to play with, or people are going to want to come play with him? Like we would have to look to see who's going to be free agents this year.
Devontae Adams is a free agent. Remember they stalled. They
Right.
The talks were off as far as. I mean, what if the Bucks do some restructuring, and then he's like, well, shit. If I can't win it with Rodgers, I know I can win one with Brady.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a possibility.
Yeah,
Allen Robinson wants out of Chicago.
It's a nice what if.
I think Gallup is up for a contract. So I mean, we'll see.
Is Cooper going to fight his way out of Dallas? That guy's not happy, right?
He's not getting. Like I just said, Dak is not fucking utilizing him. Like they're not using him. It's more been CeeDee Lamb.
But what's his contract status?
Well, he just signed a 5-year deal with $100 million, so I don't think he's going to go anywhere yet. But I'm saying Gallup is the next guy that needs to get a contract because I think it's up after this year, and because I think he's on his final year of the rookie.
Yeah.
And if we can't pay him, then I mean, shit, the Bucks. Yeah.
No, I would think it too far ahead. No, it's still this season. Like
either way,
the possibilities are fun.
Hopefully, we're there for that game.
Yes, I really do want to go. I mean, it's rare when Tom Brady comes to Texas.
Yes.
So and him in a Bucks. I mean, I've seen him as a Patriot in Texas. I want to see him as a Buck.
Yes.
In Texas, that'll be a fun atmosphere.
But with the right people.
With the right people, I think a bunch of people would want to go to this game.
Yes.
So we'll put it. It depends also when it is. If it's like
what's coming out next year? Nothing really.
Well, no, but I'm just thinking in terms of like how it's gonna be a hard ticket to get because
we got to buy them as soon as it releases.
It's gonna be. I believe it's probably gonna be on NBC again.
It's gonna be an expensive game. Like I think the nose.
It'll be a night game.
It's gonna be an expensive ticket, but shit.
It's either gonna be on NBC again or it's gonna be the America's Game of the Week 325 on Fox.
Yeah, there's no fucking way it'll be a noon game.
It won't be a Thursday game. It won't be a Monday night game.
It won't be a Monday night, right?
It'll definitely be one of those.
Either Sunday 325 or Sunday night.
Yeah,
I'm totally down. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully it's in September. I don't think really much is coming out. It's October when always big movies.
We'll see. But I would really love to go.
We will go.
Those are our top 5 power ranking teams. Post week 16. Where are we? We missed so many weeks. We're heading into week 17. Holy crap. Feels like the season. Actually, this has felt like a really long season. It is the biggest season ever. But let's get into these games here for week 17. The playoff picture is already starting to take shape, but there could be some surprises this weekend. Let's start off. There was no game tonight, so we're recording this on a Thursday night. So luckily for us, there was no Thursday game for us to try to wiggle in a prediction. So that didn't matter. So we're moving straight into Sunday. Here are all the noon games. Starting first, the 8-7 Philadelphia Eagles, in prime position to make the playoffs right now, traveling to face the 6-9 Washington football team. I think we're both off of this Washington football team little bandwagon. You were more on it than me. I was more in it just for Heineke, but you were like, they're going to win a division, and you want to apologize for that.
Yeah, like I said, it was promising in the beginning, but they lost all their players. So,
but you dug your heels in deep with this team even later on.
I know. I started,
but me too. Because I was like divisional game. Yeah. I'm always like that. So, but Dallas blasted them. I'll give them their props. Bravo, Cowboys. Bravo. Eagles got more to play for here. Washington's already at the light at the end of the tunnel, starting to look to next season. So I got Philadelphia here.
I got Philadelphia. I don't really have.
Do you think it's going to be close? I mean, it's another divisional game, or do you think Philadelphia's playing really good?
I think Philadelphia is going to try to do the same thing Dallas did and just
run up
steamroll.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else on this game?
No.
All right, next up we got the 11-4 Los Angeles Rams, who are currently ranked number 3 in the playoff seeding, traveling to face the Baltimore Ravens at 8-7. I got agendas here, so let me go first. The Patriots are now in the wild card race. They're no longer the number 1 seed, nor are they in control of the AFC East. So any loss by a top contending AFC team, I need to drop games. So I want the Rams to win strictly because of that. Plus, Lamar Jackson's not playing, even though their backup has been pretty good. The Rams, I don't know. They've been hot and cold, but more recently they've been more hot. Right. I think they're just going to start building a little bit more momentum and possibly being a favorite in the NFC playoffs in the terms of media's eyes, where they'll talk about them.
Right.
So I got the Rams.
I'm going to go with the Rams. I like the quarterback from the Ravens, but he's still young and makes mistakes. He's no Lamar Jackson. I'm going to go with the Rams.
Okay. All right, next up, we got the 11-4 Tampa Bay Buccaneers, currently in the 4th seed of the playoff standings, traveling to face the New York Jets at 4-11.
Yeah.
This should be another game that the Bucs had against the Panthers this past week. So,
right.
The question is, do we start seeing resting of certain players? But the only thing going against the Bucs right now is they're not going to have Bruce Arians. He's on the COVID list. So
right.
I'm shocked it's not like Leftwich or Bowles doing the head coaching duties. It's somebody else. I forgot. I don't even know who the person is. It's somebody else. But Tom Brady at the helm, he's the one that controls his team. If we really want to dig our heels into it. I need to see more out of these like players that are going to have to step up. Cameron Brate, Scotty Miller. We know Antonio Brown's good. Gronk. Right. But if these other supporting cast members can step up to the way Brady needs them to play, then they're going to be even more dangerous once they get their other weapons. Who do you got, Abe? Are you going for the Jets?
I'm going to Bucks. Fuck, I told you I'm going to pick against Brady.
Also, we kind of lost track of our standings in picks.
So now we'll have to do like a 2-week thing and then leading into.
Yeah, we'll do that. I mean, that's fine. Whatever. We were kind of neck and neck anyway, so.
If I remember correctly, yeah, we were both 87 and 62. If I'm correct, so that sounds about right.
But either way, we were close. So us starting from scratch doesn't really change things.
I think you had a 3-point, a 3. Yeah, you had a 3.
I'll gladly give that up because I'll still beat your ass.
No, yeah.
All right, next up we got the 8-7 Miami Dolphins, who started off on a 7-game losing streak, and then
and
now are on a 7-game
winning streak.
That's like a first time that's ever happened in NFL history,
right?
And they're traveling to face the Tennessee Titans at 10-5.
I'm gonna go with the.
No, go ahead and go.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Okay.
I'm really high on Brian Flores. Jalen Waddle has been, filling in the shoes of him being a top pick. I saw in the report just a little while ago, about 2 hours ago, that A.J. Brown is downgraded to questionable. So now if you take out him and Julio Jones, so now Tannehill really doesn't have. So and the Dolphins defense, I mean, yeah, I know the Saints had players, on the COVID shit.
Right.
This defense isn't bad, though.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Dolphins.
Me as well, only because of agendas. This is where you'll start to see me like really being out of like character. Titans right now have a higher place in the playoff seedings over the Patriots. If they drop a game, the Pats beat the Titans, so that would help them in the playoff seeding. And the Pats are still ahead of the Dolphins by a game. So yeah, I got the Dolphins. I need them to win, and plus they're on the. You can't just be on a 7-game winning streak and it not mean anything. So,
right.
They're another hot team right now. Next up, we got the 2-13 Jacksonville Jaguars traveling to face the New England Patriots, who have got to be fucking pissed. Like Belichick they're gonna steamroll the Jaguars, man. I think is it safe to say that that's what this is gonna be?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
This is gonna be like another 54 to something.
That fucking idiot for the Jaguars. What's his name? Lawrence?
What happened?
That defense is going to eat him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I'm definitely going to Pats. I know you're going Pats. So.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think the Patriots control their wild card destiny right now, so they're in good position right now, even though they've dropped 2 really big games these last 2 weeks. Next up, we got the 8-7 Las Vegas Raiders traveling to face the 9-6 Indianapolis Colts. Let me go first here. Agendas continuing here as we race towards the playoffs. I'm going for the Raiders here. Derek Carr needs to pull something out of his ass and give the Colts another loss here. Find some way to take away Jonathan Taylor and pull out the victory and help my Patriots in the playoff race. Go ahead, Abe. I don't care. I don't care if it's an out of. This might be my upset pick of the week.
I'm going to go with the Colts. Jonathan Taylor's that Raider defense sucks. I know Wentz is out, but it doesn't matter because
that too.
They weren't winning because of him anyway.
True.
Sam Ehlinger is okay; he's decent, but that defense is still top notch. I'm going Colts.
Okay. Coming up, this might be the game of the week. This is going to be awesome. The 11-4 Kansas City Chiefs traveling to face the Cincinnati Bengals at 9-6. Go ahead and go first, Abe.
I know the Chiefs have been on a winning streak ever since they were 3-4, but the Bengals have been like high, medium, low, back and high. They're playing at home, and I would like to see somebody kind of bring the Chiefs down from the cloud. So I'm going to go with the Bengals as probably like an upset. I'm going to go with Bengals. Possibly could be a shootout. I don't know.
Possibly. I'm going to go with the Bengals also. And also, if they win this game, it's going to make my feeling of them like making the Super Bowl like even that much higher. Because then you can say they're legit.
Oh, yeah.
So if they win, watch all the media is going to start talking about Cincinnati.
Hey, and Joe Mixon has been balling out.
So this is the game of the week for sure.
We'll see.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I hope they show this on TV. It sucks that it's a noon game. Whatever. Yeah. I'll be at work. Up next, it's the this is a shitty game. We can run through this one real quickly. It's the 4-11 New York Giants traveling to face the Chicago Bears at 5-10. Both of these teams are out of the playoff contention. I really don't care, but I guess if I got to pick a winner, I guess the Giants. Whatever, I don't care.
Yeah, I'll go with the Giants because I don't even know who the quarterback is for the Bears. I think it's...
Is it Nick Foles?
Is it still Foles?
I don't know. Has he even played this year? I don't know.
I don't think so. But the Giants, maybe Saquon Barkley will do something. I don't know.
Let's move on.
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
All right. Up next is still with playoff hopes, the Atlanta Falcons at 7-8, traveling to face the Buffalo Bills at 9-6. Agendas, Abe. Agendas.
Are you going or am I?
No, let me go. I got agendas. Let me go. God damn it. Atlanta. I know I've been hard on you since the Super Bowl 51. I'm sorry we destroyed your all's hopes and dreams, but it's Tom Brady. What do you want me to say? I need you to pull it together, okay? I need you to stop Buffalo. I need you to help New England for me, okay? Can you go up to Buffalo and for once be Matty Ice in the cold? Can you do that for me, Matty? Just one game, I need you, and then I won't ask for anything ever again from you. Falcons upset of the week.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Falcons. The Bills. Josh Allen and Diggs, they really haven't had that chemistry of the late. So, and like I said, they've been hot and cold. They haven't really been like a scary team. I know it's hard to play in Buffalo, but the Falcons have something to play for.
They're desperate right now.
Yeah. So and Pitts is coming back to form. Cordell Patterson, Russell Gage, Mike Davis, and hopefully Matt Ryan can pull this out of his ass. But I'm going to go Falcons because I know they're trying to play for something.
Okay. Next up, we got the 4-11 Houston Texans traveling to face, the 8-7 San Francisco 49ers. Go ahead and go, Abe.
I was gonna go 49ers way.
What, are you high on the Texans right now, or what?
Well, after what they did to San Diego, but
Los Angeles.
Oh yeah, Los Angeles. But they're playing in San Fran, but they don't have Garoppolo and they have Trey Lance. So I'm gonna go Texans.
Who's the running back for San Francisco?
Earl.
I was like, is this a game where they can just rely on the run game?
He's a good running back. Damn, what's his name? Eric Davis or Errol?
No, I'm not sure.
I'll look it up, but I'm going to go with the Texans.
I'm going to go with the 49ers. They actually have something to play for. So, again, the Texans have been eliminated.
Texans play spoiler?
No, they've been eliminated, and they won 4 games, so it's not like they're going to have a high draft pick. So I don't think they give a shit. Yeah, I'm going with the 49ers here.
Yeah, Earl Mitchell.
Okay.
So you're going 49ers, okay.
All right. So that was actually the first of the 3 o'clock games, or depending where you're at. Next up, we got the 7-8 Denver Broncos traveling to face the Los Angeles Chargers at 8-7.
I'm going to go quick because I don't have much to say. Broncos, Bridgewater's out, and I think that guy you don't like, Drew Lock, is the starter. And Herbert playing at home. I'm going Chargers.
Chargers definitely have to bounce back after losing to the Texans, and they're not going to catch Kansas City anymore in that division. Like, they fucking blew it, them, and even Denver blew it at some point. But they'll bounce back here. They're still in the playoff hunt. Chargers here with the win. Next up, we got the 5-10 Carolina Panthers traveling to. Remember when Cam Newton was back, folks?
Jake Ramirez.
Take that, Jake.
You fucking doof.
The 5-10 Carolina Panthers traveling to face the New Orleans Saints at 7-8. Why can't the Saints could be good if they? Why don't they play like the way they play against the Bucks in every game? Like, I don't get it. Like, what is that? I don't know. It's a rivalry thing, right?
Yeah. I think Taysom Hill's back.
He's been back.
He's been back.
Yeah, he played against the Bucks.
I think Kamara's back too, right? Because he didn't play this. I'll go with the Saints. The Panthers, man, they started off strong, and then I'm gonna go with Saints.
Yeah, Yeah, when I was listening back on that pod, that was another team where, like, early on, we were like, are they going to be the surprise contender? Yeah. They had just picked up Gilmore. And
right. Yeah. They haven't done shit.
Cam Newton, baby. A real quick question, gun to the head. Is Cam Newton done? Does he retire?
He's fucking done. I don't think he'll retire. I think he'll just get released, but no one's going to pick him up.
Now what, Jake? What, huh? He got his opportunity. Now what? You can't use that as an excuse anymore. He got an opportunity, and he's been a bum.
He fucking sucks, Jake.
All right, we're both on the Saints here. They still have something to play for. Yes. Next up, it's the 2-12-1 Detroit Lions traveling to face the 5-10 Seattle Seahawks. Man, what a freaking bummer year for the Seahawks, man.
I'm going to go with the Lions.
Really?
Yeah, I'll go with the Seahawks are just playing like shit. There's no heart. Especially with Russell Wilson. I don't know. I think he just wants out of there.
He's checked out.
Yeah, I think he wants out of there. What happened to DK Metcalf?
I don't know, man. He used to be like
he was...
I mean... I think if you get him in the right environment with the right attitude, he can turn things back around.
I think that Nestle Quick commercial got to his head. I don't know. I haven't heard from him.
Only you would know about that commercial. Gosh, I don't know who to pick. Russell. Yeah, I like Dan Campbell too. So
you're going Lions?
He's won me over. I hated him originally in Miami.
Yeah, he was bad in Miami.
He was too arrogant, right. But here he's got like some spirit and heart. They're in Seattle, though, so I'm going to go Seahawks here.
You're in Seattle?
I mean, this game doesn't really matter, but
yeah,
I guess. Next up, it's I want to say probably the America's Game of the Week. It's the 10-5 Arizona Cardinals traveling to face the Dallas Cowboys at 11-4. The Cowboys are currently the number 2 seed in the playoffs. I think about a month ago, maybe we'd be like, "Holy shit! Like this game's going to be like super huge."
Yeah.
Now that the Cardinals have kind of like free fallen in a little bit, you know, the momentum's kind of more towards the Cowboys right now. Like I said a month ago, I probably would have felt confident like the Cardinals are going to stick it to you guys, but I don't know. And I even said the Cowboys don't deserve my pick until we get to a playoff round, but I deserve the right to. I can be honest in myself and my selections. I'm going to go with the Cowboys this week.
Whoa.
Fuck it. FEA, as Tom Brady says in Man in the Arena. Fuck them all.
Nice.
Who do you got, Abe?
I'm going to go with the Cowboys.
Okay.
I was going to go Cardinals, but I'm actually going to be at this game. And that defense, I mean, I saw Kyler Murray running around from just mediocre defenses. So can you imagine with the Cowboys and Jerry World?
Micah Parsons chasing around?
Yeah.
Is he fast enough?
DeMarcus Lawrence?
Yeah.
Randy Gregory? Trayvon Diggs?
Cowboys are surging. If they beat this team, also, like, that's another notch on the belt for proving themselves.
But Robert, this game, they have to win this game, the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Because if they don't beat the Cardinals, then they have not beaten anyone with a winning record this year. It's been all like...
But you can't tell that to Cowboys Nation, Abe, because they just look at the
record. But see, if we do not beat the Cardinals and we go into the playoffs, we're playing one of these teams.
Right.
So I'm just saying, they got to beat the Cardinals.
No, it's fair analysis, and I appreciate that. But I'm just saying, our little buddies on social media, these guys, they don't care. They just look at the record, win, score. The NBC Sunday night game. How the fuck are the Packers on Sunday night again? Like,
why the fuck are the Vikings?
Jesus, Kirk Cousins over the century on freaking primetime games. It's the 7-8 Minnesota Vikings traveling to face the 12-3 Green Bay Packers. The Packers have to win this game just based on keeping their... Because if they win this game, they're set for the number 1 seed, right?
Right.
So...
I mean,
Kirk Cousins, no. In primetime, no. He's not going to win.
Yeah, if it was somebody else,
Green Bay, baby, all the way.
I got Green Bay. I don't have much to say because I don't like the Vikings this year.
Oof. Except for when the Cowboys beat them with who was the quarterback? Cooper Rush.
Cooper Rush.
Now all of a sudden the Vikings were somebody. Get the fuck out of here, all of you.
This Monday game's an ass game too. It's also the last of Big Ben.
It's the final game at Heinz
Field,
but it's also a contract year, so he could be fooling us all. The 7-8 Cleveland Browns traveling to face the 7-7-1 Pittsburgh Steelers. There's still playoff hopes for both of these teams, so
I don't trust the Browns. I don't trust Baker Mayfield. I'm going with the Steelers.
Browns were close to beating Green Bay.
Yeah, but Baker Mayfield fucked it up by throwing a pick.
True, but I think the Browns bounce back.
You going Browns?
I think there's going to be too much emotion here. Ben goes down swinging.
Oh, man.
Ben goes down with a pick six.
We'll see.
To end his Heinz Field Pittsburgh career.
We'll see him go and fucking suit up over.
But will I be watching? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe not.
I don't know. Maybe. Do I work Monday?
Possibly.
Oh,
I don't work Monday, but
I really want to watch that game. I don't know. I don't know if I told you. Remember that one game where it was? I don't know if it was. It might have been a Monday night game. Was it the Browns and the Ravens, or Steelers? I don't know. One of those where they were just like going back and forth on turnovers. It was such a shitty ass game. I was like, why the fuck do they do this on Monday nights? I think it was a Monday night game. But either way, this probably could be something like that because Roethlisberger hasn't really been doing shit.
Okay. But real quickly, you do have our picks down, right?
I do.
Okay, cool. Okay. So I just want to make sure we're starting 0-0 again. So I just want to make sure
we have the picks.
I mean, I know we have it on air, but still.
No, yeah, I got the picks right here.
All right, that's all of Week 17, folks. We're getting again. My head's already thinking about playoffs. And I know this is a week-to-week league, but it's really almost set in stone. The only one that's going to be really interesting to watch is AFC because there's probably going to be a good team that's not going to make it. So.
Yes.
As opposed to the NFC where you probably get 2-3 teams that may be like, huh?
Yeah.
Or probably 2 teams, not 3. Because the Cardinals are going to be... It's either going to be the Cardinals or the Rams that'll end up with that first wild card spot.
Right.
But we'll see. So Bengals, Chiefs to look forward to. Can Cowboys beat a team with a winning record? That's a developing storyline that I was not thinking of. So thanks for bringing that up, Abe. So now my appetite's a little bit more intriguing for this one. And then I hope all these scenarios to help the Patriots as we race towards the NFL playoffs comes to fruition. Tampa, not worried about them just yet. It's the Jets. So, again, we'll see what happens with the players that may be coming back and if Brady can get these supporting cast members to be where he needs them to be. In crunch time, baby, where it starts to really matter. Anything else you want to discuss before we sign off for the year?
Oh, that's
for 2021.
Right,
this is the final podcast for the SM Football Marks for 2021. The next time we come back will be next week, and it'll be 2022. It'll be the final week of the NFL season, and I think we'll already be in full playoff mode because I think by then we'll kind of almost see what the matchups are going to be.
Yeah, pretty much.
But
I just want to say Happy New Year. Everybody be safe.
Yeah.
Don't drink and drive. Crash at someone's house or get an Uber or Lyft.
I'm going to be watching Cobra Kai with the family, so it's a weekend in.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll at some point pause it and check out the fireworks outside because I live right next to Fiesta, Texas, so it's going to be going on for a while.
That's right.
So we can enjoy that from our balcony. Just Happy New Year, guys, and cheers to what's to come on this podcast. This has been a blast and super fun. Our schedules have been like crazy, so we moved things around to get this done. We were gone for a couple weeks, but bear with us, folks. Like, we work in an industry that's like open every day of the year, and around this time is usually our busiest time. And you add in like one of the biggest blockbusters ever, and it was just Christmas is always busy, but add in that, it's even crazier. So, thanks for sticking by us, and I appreciate all the listeners. Like, I'm about to release my top 10 episodes of the year for my podcast, and that includes everything. My main show, the spinoffs that I've been doing, and a lot of the episodes that are going to make the top list are the SM Football Marks. So you guys are enjoying this show, and a lot of that is Abe and our chemistry. I think we do a good job being fair, talking about everything. We have our goofy friend that we bring on every now and then, but he's banned until I say he can come back. Until I say. And I think you all enjoy that too. Our most downloaded episode ever was from one of the early weeks in October. So I'll let you know which one that episode is, and y'all can check that out for yourselves. it was a blast. I was re-listening to it. It's just so much fun. But yeah, that's going to do it for 2021 in the SM Football Marks. For Abraham Trevino, I'm Palace. We're going to signal you guys off, and Happy New Year.
Goodbye.